Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from simpleprogrammer.com. So I'm going to fire through a few questions. You can see probably some rapid videos showing up on my channel here as I try to answer these. I'm going to try to do them fairly quickly, so they won't be too long. But anyway, I got this question from Claus, and he basically wants to know my advice on moving from like a support engineer position into a developer position. And this is a question I get a lot. A lot of people want to move from testing to development or support to development, and want to know how to do that and if they're ready. So in this case, Claus has mentioned that he has been studying, right, taking some courses on algorithms and whatnot, and he's actually working with some coworkers who he would interview with, and he's, so they're already coworkers of his at his company, and so he wants to know how does he know if he's prepared and ready to do it, and what happens if he fails it, and all this. So here's my advice. So first of all, in order to make sure that you're ready, you need to do two things. One of them, and I talk about this a lot, is just make sure that you can solve algorithm type problems. I recommended the book. I've got a Pluralsight course called Preparing for a Job Interview. That's I go through like algorithm type problems and show you how to solve them in there. Gail's book, was it Cracking the Coding Interview, has that as well, and I have a YouTube video, or at least a few on here, talking about algorithm type problems. You can also search on simpleprogrammer.com and find some info there. So make sure you've got that, right? And that, because that's just going to help you with interviewing and confidence. Obviously you need to know the other stuff that, and you'll know this better than I do, the stuff that at your job, at your company, that they focus on, what technology. But then here's the other thing I would say is, okay, you've got these coworkers that you're working with, and they're going to be the ones interviewing you. Just ask them, just tell them, hey, I want to prepare for this interview, and I want to make sure that I'm going to ace this. So I want to know what I need to know, and see if you can get some help from them, and for them to maybe even quiz you ahead of time and test you so that you're ready for the real interview. If you do that is like the best way. Anytime you're in this situation, right, where you're going to be evaluated by someone, if you can get them to help you ahead of time, that is like the best way to guarantee that you're going to accomplish what you're trying to do, right? In the whole VC funding world, right? A lot of advice, I think Dan Martell gives this advice, my buddy Dan Martell, and he talks about like you don't ask for money from when you're trying to get investment. Instead, you ask for advice. And you'll get money. When you ask for advice, you get money, right? And that's the whole thing. Is like if you know the person that is going to evaluate her is capable. If you ask them to show you what needs to be done, or to help you, or and you're sincere, then that's going to be the best thing. That's how you're going to prepare for it, and then you'll know for sure, right? So do it. It's always hard to transition because there's going to be this prejudice, right? You're a support engineer. It's going to be hard to be viewed as a developer. Honestly, the best way to transition is usually to switch companies, but I realize that might not be an option for you, or you might not want to do that. But you're in a good position here. If you've got good relationships with these coworkers, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to get some help from them and be able to pass this, especially if you've been studying and preparing for this. And don't worry about failing. If you mess up, that's fine. Just like reapply again in a couple of months and take notes on and try to get some help to figure out where you need to work on. There is no fail. This is a continual process. It's okay, right? I mean, don't go in unprepared, but go in and don't worry. Don't put the pressure on yourself, because you may take you 3 or 4 times, but that's fine. Every single time that you don't get the job and you do the interview, you're going to learn what doesn't work. You're going to learn what you need to work on, and then you're going to improve, and that's it. Like, no need for all this pressure. You could do it and just go forward and have a good time while you're doing this, right? This is supposed to be fun. So anyway, hopefully that helps you. If you like this channel, share it with a friend, subscribe. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.